welcome to Chair Yoga. I'm Sean and I'll be guiding you through this practice today. You'll need a couple of things for this practice. One is a chair, something sturdy, not too soft. And the other thing you'll need, if your feet don't comfortably reach the floor, you'll need something underneath of your feet. I'm using a yoga bolster, which is fairly firm. Might be even better to use something that doesn't have any squishiness to it. So you want to sit up in your chair. For more support, sit further back. We're going to sit up nice and tall. So if you can, you want to have your feet pointing forward and your knees also pointing forward rather than out to the sides. And you want to have your hips and your shoulders and your ears as close to in the same line as they can be. So if you're leaning forward or leaning all the way back, if you can, sit up nice and tall. We're going to put our hands down onto the sides of the chair and push them down. And as you push your hands down, reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. The arms not locked here, a soft bend in the elbows. Feel your feet flat down on your prop or on the floor. And then release the pressure in your arms, but keep sitting tall and feel some weight come back into your lower body. We're going to bring our hands onto our legs. Palms can face down or they can face the sky. See which one you like. Give it a try. And if you're comfortable with closing your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. Feel the body, the position of the body. Begin to practice awareness, but let go of judgments and of competition. Sometimes we're not quite sure what that means, let go of judgments and competition. So if you're saying in your mind, if you feel like you're doing something wrong, or if you feel that you want to do something better, or you're patting yourself on the back a little, too proud, those are judgments. So we're practicing noticing, but being objective. So let's scan the body. Notice from the feet all the way up to the head. If you've begun to slump a bit, sit up a little taller. If it's bothering your back to sit taller, go ahead and lean to the back of your chair. Places in the body that feel pain, stiffness, or fatigue, you want to make sure that you take care of those areas as we practice today. Maybe being a little more gentle, certainly being very mindful of changes that you feel. Let's go ahead and put one hand onto the belly and one hand onto the chest, sitting up tall if you can, or again leaning to the back of the chair if you need to. Relax your elbows and your jaw. Take the next breath in more fully and deeply than you have been breathing. Exhale all the way out. Go ahead and do that in. If you can, take the breath in through your nose, breathing in. Feel the belly swell, feel the chest swell. When you exhale, slightly purse your lips and breathe out like you're blowing out a birthday candle. It just won't seem to blow out. Allow for a natural pause. And do that one more time. If it's comfortable to you to use that exhale through the lips, do that again. If you'd rather, let the lips close and exhale smoothly, slowly, and completely through your nose. And then bring your palms together at your heart center when you're finished with that exhale. If your eyes have been closed, let them blink open. And we'll bring our hands down to the legs. So using your hands on your chair, you can push yourself a bit forward, or you can just kind of wiggle yourself a bit forward so that you have some space between your back, the lower back, and the chair. We're going to put our hands onto the sides of the pelvis. And again, we're going to push down to rise up. So before we pushed our hands to the chair, this time we're going to push down through the pelvis to lift up through the chest. You can stay right here, or you can begin a gentle rocking back and forth of the pelvis. So if you have a spinal condition, or if you have osteoporosis, it's possible that your doctor has told you, or a physical therapist has told you to avoid these movements. So you just stick with the breath. So the breath here is inhale, sitting tall. And exhale, pull the belly in. And if it's okay with your body, you're tilting the pelvis slightly back. Not a whole lot, just enough to really lengthen the lower back. So I just turn to the side so you can see that it's not an exaggerated movement. I'm going to just go ahead and bring that one to stillness. Notice the feet, feel the feet and the fingers and hands, and just wiggle the toes and wiggle the fingers. You might be playing a piano with the fingers and the toes. Let's bring that to stillness and feel one hand in the opposite foot. All right, so we're going to do that same wiggling but with opposites now. So one hand in the opposite foot. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Now let's circle around. Circle the ankle and circle the wrist. Keep the breath comfortable. And you can lift the foot if you want to, or you can just keep it down. Depends on your prop or the floor. All right, let's bring that to stillness, and let's go ahead and do the other side. So wiggle the other toes, wiggle the other fingers. This is a brain exercise. And then we'll circle around as well as for your body. As we warm up, we are settling the mind to the present moment. Practicing focus and attention. And then we're going to bring that to stillness. Take a nice breath in. And breathe out mouth or nose. All right, we're going to stick with the ankles a bit longer as we lift the heels and lower them down. Let's do that a few more times. Ankles are very important. Lower legs, also very important for balance and the way that we walk. I'm going to bring that to stillness. And now I'm going to go ahead and move my prop out of the way. So just scoot your prop off to the side. For me, that means I have to move a bit forward in the chair or just keep the prop under one foot. So you're going to want at least one foot to be free. I think I'll go with under 1 foot. Now this is going to warm up your thigh and your knee. So if you have a bar under your chair, you can see I have a bar under my chair and I'm kicking it. Moving more forward, if you can, move more forward, might solve that problem. But you want to try to make the leg as straight as you can, and if you can, reach through the heel when you do that. When you bend the leg, take the foot as far under the chair as it'll happen to go for you. No strain, no pain. Always keep within your own range of comfort and challenge that works for you. After doing that one several times, we'll do the other side. So again, if you have a prop, you might like to move it over or just move it out of the way. So whenever you're ready, having trouble with my prop, whenever you're ready, move to the other side. It's nice to check in with your breathing. Further back you are on the chair, the more support you'll get for your back and your legs. Again, don't worry about performance. If you're not getting the leg all the way straight, if you're not getting the foot very far underneath of the chair, that's okay. And then we'll bring that to stillness and place that foot down. I'm going to move my prop back under both feet. Sitting up nice and tall, hands on the thighs. Pushing down to rise up, we'll start to make our circles. So circling around through the torso. And this is a great opportunity to check in with the breath again. Anytime you might start to feel a little tension or maybe some buildup of, oh, this is a little more challenging than I want it to be. And exhale through the mouth. Go around the other way. You might be saying the opposite in your mind. This is a little easier than I wanted it to be, and start to feel some tension because of that. So again, that exhale through the lips can be a great, great tool. I'm going to bring that one to stillness. Sit up nice and tall, pressing the feet down, pressing the hands down. Take an exhale and feel the tailbone release. Inhaling, swoop your arms up to the sky. And exhaling, bring them down. Inhale, take your arms out to the sides, turn the palms to the sky, and then reach to wherever you can. Lift the ribs. And as you exhale, take the arms back down. Inhale, reaching up. And when you're ready, exhale down, turn the palms down, and release the arms. Lift the right knee, place that foot down. Lift the left knee, place that foot down. Exhale, lift the right. Exhale, lift the left. Inhale, put it back down. So you can help out with your hands, maybe tilting the pelvis a bit back, maybe not. Or you can, just use the legs if that's okay. More vigor if it's appropriate. Leaving the warm-up section now in order to come into a little more challenge. It's still warming up, of course. Not quite as gently as before. All right, when you're finished and even on both sides, then you're going to start to go out to the sides. So out and out. Oops, my prop's not wide enough. I'm going to need to move that out of the way and move forward. So out wide, out wide. That's why you want the knees to be going out to the sides. Knee out, out, and back to center. So this is a side-to-side march, and it's great for your lower body. You need to turn out to the side as you take the leg to the side. Let's do one more. And now we're going to come out and pull. So take one leg out and then the other leg out. So you want to have if you can, have your ankles lined up under your knees. Press down into your feet, feel the heels down, and open the knees nice and wide. Let's again put the hands either to the chair or to the legs or maybe to the pelvis and push down to rise up. Make sure you're not really arching your back here. You want to stay nice and tall. Feel the heels down. And take a breath in, bring the arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, bend your elbows and draw them toward your sides. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows and draw them toward your sides. Squeeze the upper back. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. If you can, bring the arms so that they look like goalposts or maybe the arms of a cactus. And inhaling, draw the elbows back. Exhale to release. Inhale, draw the elbows back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze onto the back. And release. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. This time, let's see if we can do the knees and the elbows. Draw back. Draw them open wide. And then when you exhale, release. Let's walk the feet back in. Notice how you feel. Make some shoulder circles. Just moving the shoulders. Let the neck move a bit as you like. Sometimes when we work hard, we tend to clench our teeth or squeeze the eyes, something like that. So let's take a breath in through the mouth, in through the nose, and exhale it through the mouth with a sigh. Let's do that again. If you want to, you can lift your shoulders as you inhale And exhaling through the mouth, let the shoulders come back and down. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath out and simply lower the chin. So if your heart rate picked up during that last one, now is a chance for it to become a little quieter, the breath a little quieter. Bring the face to the center and just turn your head so you're looking over one shoulder. And then we're going to come to the center and go ahead and do the other side. And then we'll come back to the center and simply lower the chin in a very soft way. And then we'll come on back to the center. Feel the feet flat down upon the earth. Now this next pose is called chair pose, and this is a very challenging pose for the lower body, so it's a great way to strengthen the lower body. If you have knee concerns, you're going to want to do less, or feel free to skip anything that just doesn't work for your body. Now you don't want to have anything under your feet here, so no props under the feet. All right, we're going to put the hands to the thighs and hinge a bit forward. So I'm going to show you this from the side. Hinge a bit forward, but by that I mean from the hips. I don't mean hinging from the waist. Okay, so not the waist stays long, and the torso moves as one unit. Feel the feet very strongly down upon the floor. You might look down at the feet and just make sure that your knees aren't coming out past your toes. All right, let's release that lean forward. Take a breath in and out. Okay, so we're going to do that same thing again. We're going to hinge a bit forward, lift the chest, and take your gaze forward. Push down into your feet, and then go ahead and release. Inhale. Exhale, lean forward. Push down. This time also, if you can, push into your hands, and you'll raise your buttocks from the chair a bit. And then come on back down. If you found that was a little too easy for you, you might take your arms forward. I'm going to do it again with my hands on my lap. So hinging a bit forward, looking forward, push down to rise part way up. Pull the belly in a little and come on back down. Let's come on all the way up this time. So go ahead and hinge forward, push down, rise up. Hands can come forward. Push down into your feet to lift all the way up. And then we'll release the hands. I'm going to come around to the side of my chair. You might like to come to the back of your chair or to the side. So I'm not behind my chair because, well, I guess I could move it. There we go. So now I can be behind the chair. So it's good to help with balance. But the one thing we don't want to do is to lean toward the chair. So notice if you are. Are you leaning toward what is helping you to balance? Bring good weight through your heels. Stand up nice and tall. Notice how that chair pose really activated the lower body. We're going to slide one hand down the side of the leg. And then come on back up. Standing up nice and tall. Let's do the other side. Slide one hand down. And then come on back up. So stay where you are. I'm going to show you how this looks from the side. Just slide one hand down. And then the other. Alternating sides. So maybe one hand is on the chair as you slide the other one down. If it's okay with your balance, we'll start to shift the gaze. So you want to turn your head so you look down toward that hand that's sliding down your leg. And then just one more. Go ahead and release. Take your hands behind you. And if you can, interlace your fingers and draw your shoulder blades in. Reach your hands down. If it's better for you, you can bring your hands to the tops of your buttocks. You want to have your weight even on your feet. So again, not leaning forward. Make sure you have good weight through the heels. You're standing up as tall as you can. So a standing mountain pose with a chest expansion. Then we're going to go ahead and release the hands. So behind the chair, Again, I'm going to come to the side so that you can see a bit better. So stay behind your chair. Your hands on your chair, but keep the chest nice and broad. And put a bit of a bend in your knees. Try not to lean into the chair. Go ahead and slide one leg back. Squeeze the back of that leg. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze, stand tall without locking that standing knee. Can you put less weight into your hands? Less weight into your hands? Less weight into your hands? This is called Warrior 3. To release, we're going to take that leg that's flying and bring the knee forward and then put that foot down. Shake it out. Warrior 3, we'll do that same pose but on the other side. So again, you want to bend in the knees. And it's not, we're not trying to stand straight up here, but we are hinging a bit forward. Soft bend in the knees. Stand on the other leg and just slide the other foot back behind you. Squeeze the back of that leg. Squeeze the buttock. Draw the chest long. Or excuse me, the spine long as you lift the chest. Gazes forward or slightly down. And see if you can put less and less and less weight into your hands. Squeeze the back of that leg. And when you're ready, bring that knee forward. Stand up nice and tall. Place that foot down. And let's just shake it out. So just shake it out. Just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's take one arm at a time, or you can do both arms together and just let them swing. Swing back and forth. Careful if you're behind your chair and want to step to the side for that one. Or maybe you're sitting back down. Take a breath in and out. So we're going to bring that motion to stillness. Place your hands either onto your chair or onto your thighs. We're going to do a soft forward bend. So the hands, again, can be on the chair or on the thighs. We're going to bend the knees and hinge forward. Let your butt go back. Make sure you're not rounding the upper back. Push down into your feet to stand back up. And then we'll come to sitting in the chair. Actually, let me move my chair back so you can see my feet. Now we'll come to our lunge pose. So make sure your feet are flat down. Okay, I'm going to hold the sides of my chair, and I'm sitting fairly forward, so I don't want to slide off my chair. I'm just going to slide one foot underneath of the chair. If you can, you want to be on the top of the foot. If that's not possible, you can, have the toes curled under, which is nice for the bottom of the foot. But this is a nice ankle position if you can manage. Feel the breath. Feel the integrity to the spine if you can. And then that foot that's been underneath of the chair, let's just slide that leg forward and put that heel down. Toes look to the sky. So you can perhaps feel this is the opposite position for that ankle. If you had the top of the foot on the floor before. Spread the toes a bit. Press the standing foot down. And if you're able to, reach the arms out. Draw them back. And then if you want to, you can lift all the way out. And exhaling, bring the hands down. Hands on the thighs. We'll lift the chest and keep the upper back nice and tall. And we'll stretch more through the back of that extended leg. So sliding the hands down, maybe looking at the toes if it's appropriate for your neck. And how far you come forward. Again, this is sometimes one of those performance things. Sometimes we get frustrated because the toes are so far out of reach, and that really doesn't matter. What matters is that we are lengthening the hamstrings and the calf. So the back of that leg. Also matters that we're keeping integrity to the spine, so the navel pulls in and the upper back remains broad. To come out of it, we'll press the standing foot down and then release. Maybe shake out of it. Let's do those same poses on the other side. So again, you can hold on to your chair if you'd like to. Just slide the other foot underneath. Sitting up nice and tall. Feel free to add, some kind of movement that you might feel that your body needs. Sometimes our hands get a little stiff from the holding on. Maybe one hand at a time. Release and shake it out. Maybe your neck wants some movement. That foot that's been underneath of the chair, let's slide that leg forward and put the heel down. You can certainly put your heel on a prop, on something higher up that'll add a level of vigor. And again, we can expand the chest. For many of us, the chest and the front of the arms can get tight. Just, lift the arms or keep them down. And bringing the hands down. We'll come into our forward bend, so the hands on the legs. And we'll come forward. Keep the spine long. Just reach to where it suits you. Finding sensation, but not pain. Make sure you can breathe comfortably. And then press into that standing foot to come back up. Bring that leg down. Let the legs release a bit. Just kind of wagging the knees from side to side. Then we're going to walk the feet and the knees all the way together. So just do the best you can, the feet and the knees together. Sit up nice and tall. And use the one hand to the opposite leg to help hold the knees together as you twist to the side. Feel the length of the spine. As you exhale again, let the lower body release down. The hips, the tailbone, the thighs, the feet. And as you inhale, lift tall through the ribs and the crown of the head. We're just going to switch sides. So come through center and switch sides. And then let's go ahead and come back to the center. Once again, you might like to put a little something underneath of your feet. Now we're going to go ahead and lean all the way back. Reach your arms across you and give yourself a hug. Take a breath out. The elbows and shoulders soften. Notice which arm is on top. And take a breath in and separate the arms wide, and then exhaling, hug with the other arm on top. Relax the shoulders and the elbows. And release the arms. Feel free to lean all the way back in your chair. If you're feeling that you'd like to settle yourself more, rest with your palms down. If you're feeling maybe a little tired, turn the palms to the sky, letting the backs of the hands rest on your legs. You're going to close your eyes here. See if you can invite your body to release. Sense the feet down, relax the legs, relax the back, the arms, chest and shoulders. Relax your face, your scalp. Take a nice breath out and feel or imagine the whole body sighing, just releasing, releasing, releasing. You're welcome to remain here 5 to 10 minutes to relax and to rest. Letting the body become softer and softer and softer. Whenever you feel ready to come out of the position, you'll wiggle your fingers and your toes and bring your hands back together to your heart center. Thank yourself for practicing, and I thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.